Hello, San Angelo, and welcome to the Live Daily News Show. I'm James Bouligny.
And I'm Tessa Koskovich.
In news today, a huge fire rocked San Angelo with explosions this morning.
Downtown San Angelo is getting another archway.
And an organization's executive director was sleeping on the streets last night.
For our interview, Hawley from ASU is in studio, so we'll get into that right after this message from Jim Bass.
Right now at Jim Bass, scan our QR code and find great deals on cars and trucks. Right now, get a brand new 2024 Nissan Sentra for just $299 per month. That's right, just $299 per month.
You can only get deals like this at Jim Bass Nissan, Houston Hardin Road, or 24/7 at bassbutts.com, or you can use our QR code.
Welcome back here, James Bouligny here with Hawley. She works at ASU, and I already forgot your title.
That's okay. I'm with the Office of Admissions. I'm one of our assistant directors over Campus Experience. So basically, events where high school students and their families can come visit us, as well as our tours.
All right, and are these like just everyday tours that you do, or do you do like specialty tours?
Yeah, so our campus tours we host daily. So we'll have an afternoon tour every day, and then we do a morning tour on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So there's plenty of dates to choose from. We do have some specialty options. The normal campus tour will be about an hour and a half, and it'll cover the whole campus, and you'll get to see a residence hall. But these specialty tours we host for like business, nursing, commercial aviation, STEM, ag. So you'll come and tour the campus, and then after that, you'll meet with an admissions representative and then go meet with that department. So in some of these departments, they have facilities to tour. So like for nursing, for example, they'll have their 6 simulation labs that they'll actually show students up there and get to kind of look around and that kind of thing. And then we also host Spanish tours monthly as well. So if people prefer that, they can also sign up for those. So lots of different options to come visit us.
All right, and what about, do you have any like events coming up that you do, or?
Yeah, so our next big event is going to be on Monday, February 16th. So typically a lot of schools are closed this day. So it's President's Day, I believe. And so a lot of schools are closed. So this will be RAM Preview Day. I would kind of say this is one of our largest events. RAM Preview Day is set up session-based. Every single major will host a session. So if you are somebody who is not sure what you want to major in, this is a really great event because you can come and choose what session you want to attend based off what your interests are. We also have financial aid sessions, honors. We even do a student panel, so they can ask like our current students questions and get to hear their experience. So like I said, we'll host that on February 16th. And then again on April 18th, and that'll be a Saturday. So typically we host RAM Preview Day twice in the semester, one on a Monday and one on a Saturday. So that's pretty standard as well. But those will be the ones coming up for that one.
All right. Are you leading the tours personally?
No, so I don't typically do that.
All right.
Usually it's student tour guides.
Okay.
We do occasionally have some of like our admissions staff that will lead those if we end up having a large tour that day or something like that. But we do have student tour guides who give those daily tours. And then we have an ambassador program on campus called Rambassadors, and they're all trained to give tours. So they're the ones who typically give tours on our event days. So if students come to that RAM Preview Day, or I haven't mentioned our Admitted Student Day, we'll host tours at those as well, and those will all be given by students. So kind of, I know I'm just spilling a whole bunch of stuff here.
No, you're fine.
For Admitted Student Day, obviously that one's a little bit more niche. So it'll be all students who've already been admitted to the university. So where RAM Preview Day, that can be anyone freshman through senior year in their high school experience. This will be specifically for seniors who've already been admitted to ASU. So if you're watching this and you're someone who is in the applicant phase, this is a good time to go ahead and get those next steps taken care of, so that way you can get admitted and come for Admitted Student Day. At these, it's not necessarily based off of like majors, where I talked about RAM Preview Day having like major sessions. This is more getting you ready for the fall. So signing up for orientation, learning about our freshman transition camp called RAM Roundup, or learning about housing and dining on campus, like meal plans, how to get involved, those kinds of things. So that's kind of where the two events differ, is, if you're looking at wanting to talk to academic departments, RAM Preview Day is probably a better fit.
All right. I only ask because ASU takes up so much of, that part of San Angelo, and it seems like there's always something new going up and different. So as you
Yeah.
probably know that campus like the back of your hand.
Yes, I did go to ASU, so that's fun. And I actually started at ASU as a tour guide, so it's
Okay.
been kind of fun to get to grow in that. But we always get, great compliments on our students, which always makes me proud as a supervisor. But they're very passionate about, showing students around and sharing their experience. And I think coming to visit campus is the best way to really see what ASU is about. I mean, you can get lots of good information from the website and things like that, but when students can come and see campus and really get the feel for what it's like, it makes all the difference. And all of these, they can bring their families as well. So if their parents want to come, or they have, maybe a school counselor is helping them through this college search process, they can come too. So.
Just walking through, I could imagine walking through LeGrand Stadium or the Stevens Arena or the Planetarium or the Myers Museum. Like,
Yeah.
being there is different than reading about it online.
Yeah, of course. And we don't necessarily get to go inside all of them on the campus tour, but we do point out pretty much everything on campus, which is really nice. Just because of the size university we have, we can do something like that in one tour, which is really nice, so they can see, where everything is. And that helps too. Once they actually come to school here, they kind of are familiar with where things are at. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, how do they go about getting signed up for a tour or getting signed up for these events or special tours? Do they go to ASU's website or?
Yeah, that's a great question. So all of our stuff is listed at angelo.edu/visit. So that'll have our campus tours page and also our campus events. So that's kind of where we keep all of that. And then, of course, those students who are like already in our system and stuff like that, they'll be able to sign up through their email. We'll send links and things like that. But the website's a great hub with descriptions and all the different date options.
All right. Well, Miss Hawley, did we miss anything?
No, I think I'm good.
All right. Well, we appreciate you coming by today.
Perfect. Thanks for chatting.
Absolutely. Back to you. Into the news, a large fire broke out in San Angelo on Friday morning, prompting police to urge the public to avoid the area while fire crews responded. First responders were dispatched to around 9:45 a.m. to a structure fire near Ben Ficklin and West Avenue Q.
Heavy black and gray smoke was visible, and an explosion believed to involve a propane or gas tank occurred at the scene. Scanner reports indicated there may have been people inside the residence. I drove past that on my way to my first job today, and I called you. I said, we need to get somebody down here. I don't know if you guys have got it on the scanners yet, but I was at the Walmart on South Bryant whenever I first saw it, driving past that Walmart when I first saw it, and I sent the wrong location like 2 or 3 times because as I got closer, I kept thinking, okay, this has to be it. The smoke is so thick.
No, the wind
But
was
then we
really
found
bad. The winds were really bad this morning, so it was just
awful.
pushing everything
Yeah.
south. And I remember Bandit went to the crash, and he was thinking it was maybe propane, and then I heard them say it might have been air canisters they had stored there. But
Which is just awful. Somebody lost everything.
huge mess. And yeah, Bandit actually got asked to back up because he was too close. I think the fire marshal said back up, and a cop came by and just sat there and was just chatting with him. And
Taking one
Yeah.
for the team for shots for you guys.
But anyway, Mike Burnett, the executive director of the Concho Valley Community Action Agency, spent the night on the streets of San Angelo to raise awareness and donations for homeless programs.
Burnett participated last night to this morning and faced the challenges designed to reflect the realities of homelessness. The event begins at City Hall, and the agency hopes it will highlight the daily struggles many people experience. Donations to support the effort can be made through the CVCAA website.
Yeah, that was really cool. A lot of people liked that story that we put out, and I mean, I know that I guess last year or the year before we had somebody who was really into like the homeless problem, and Bandit and him went down to the encampment there at 14th Street and walked through, and they had their whole own set of rules and everything. And
It's like their own little community.
yeah,
It got cold last night too.
yeah, it's gonna get cold this weekend. But
Yeah.
we'll get into that later. The Downtown San Angelo Incorporation has received a $5,000 grant from the Anise B. Reed Fund to help build a second welcoming archway at the northern entrance to downtown. It will feature pillars with cowboys and creatives, inspired designs, and mosaics that reflect San Angelo's Western heritage and artistic culture.
The archway will complement the existing downtown archway and enhance the area's welcoming atmosphere. Construction planning is underway with installation expected to begin this fall.
Yeah, we had Monica Ramos on yesterday, and she said that they were getting another one. And
They're doing
That-
great with downtown.
that part of Chadburn's all torn up, and I remember I think it was Monday when we had that standoff. I went by and I just noticed it at first. I was like, whoa, what's going on? And yeah.
I definitely noticed it last week. I was indulging in the nightlife downtown, and I was trying to get somewhere, and I was like, what the heck? Okay,
Barriers
great.
up, and they're getting another archway there, and I think it's great. They've done a lot of work in downtown San Angelo, and it really has improved a lot down there.
I kind of hope that we get to keep the trolleys in the rodeo trolley system, like how
I like that too.
Downtown Fort Worth has.
It'd be nice.
I think it'd be really cool.
It would be really nice. When we come back, we'll get into weather, but not before this word from Jay Chandler.
It's hard to believe how reckless some people can be and how hard they fight against real victims. You need a partner who consistently beats the giants and who will never, ever flinch.
Into the weather, the cold is coming this weekend, so get ready, San Angelo. Right now it's 56 degrees outside, and the low tonight drops really far, down to 26. Wind should be in the 5 to 10 mile an hour range. Tomorrow, the high only gets up to 49, but it will be sunny out. Then tomorrow night, the low drops down even lower to 20 degrees.
On Sunday, the high starts climbing back up to 62. Then Sunday night, the low will be 32, and some clouds start to roll in. On Martin Luther King Day, Monday, it will be partly cloudy out with a high of 54, and the low will be 28. Just in case you guys didn't know Monday was going to be Martin Luther King Day. I didn't until I read that just now.
We'll be right back after this word from Connell's Diamonds and Coins.
When it comes to unique pieces you can't find anywhere else, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is your one-stop shop. With over 24 years in the diamond and coin industry, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is West Texas's choice for diamonds, jewelry, coins, silver, and gold. Owner Bill Kano stands by his work and offers free consultations, including estate jewelry. Don't just trust anyone with your valuables. Come see the staff at Kano's at 1016 West Beauregard in San Angelo.
Thank you for watching the Live Daily News Show.
The only locally owned news show in the Concho Valley.
Follow us on Facebook, X, and other social media platforms.
And download the San Angelo Live mobile app.
For the live team here, I'm James Bouligny.